Hello, thanks for joining us on The Verdict. Today we'll be looking at the issue of Wakili, the alleged king of bandits. Well, we'll be back after this break. Stay with us. Wakili, the bearer of the name, which until recently sent shivers down the spines of residents of communities in the Ibarakpa area of Oyo State, was on Tuesday the 16th of March arraigned before a magistrate's court alongside two others on a 6-count charge of murder, conspiracy, kidnapping, and armed robbery. Iskilu Wakili, a Fulani leader who settled 18 years ago in Kajola, one of the communities in that area, is alleged to have been the leader of herdsmen and bandits who terrorized the area. The crimes of encroachment on farmlands, kidnappings, murders, armed robbery, and rape have been traced to the gang allegedly led by the septuagenarian. The man who is accused of being a law to himself is said to have perpetrated his spine-chilling and blood-curdling nefarious activities without let-up and check from even law enforcement agencies. These law enforcement agencies, many will swear, with their insouciance, left the residents of the communities in the area at the mercy of the alleged kingpin of banditry. If you ask the people living in Ayete, Ibarakpa North local government area of Oyo State, they will tell you that the attacks mounted by Wakili's gang forced people in the villages around Kajola to desert their homes. Villages said to have been deserted include Ile de Ifa, Afunje, Dagbere, Konko, Onilari, Magbeje, Gbamogere, Babakupa, Abule Aton, Babashego, and Olukosi. In fact, a traditional ruler in the area, Bale of Itamofin Ayete, Chief Sabal Naoyewole, in an interview said many people had left the villages owing to the fear of Wakili. In fact, he said he had earlier cautioned Wakili on his activities, but the man turned a deaf ear. On Sunday, the 7th of March, operatives of the Odua People's Congress, OPC, went into the enclave of the much-feared alleged arrowhead of bandits and arrested him, after which they handed him over to the police at Hayete. Now, it is not for me to at this point say that Wakili is guilty of crimes that he has been accused of. After all, the law presumes an accused person innocent until they are proven guilty. But the police has to convince the good people of Oyo State, and indeed all Nigerians, that it is really sincere about the prosecution of this man. Are you wondering why I say this? Why didn't the police do anything about the reports it had been hearing about Wakili until the men of the OPC took the challenge to effect his arrest themselves? Consider this also. The arrest by the police of the 3 OPC men who were part of the team that nabbed Wakili leaves much to be desired. Of course, the police accused them of criminally burning the house of Wakili, which led to the death of a woman. Many would say, police, we don't believe you. Go tell that to the Marines. Of course, we know that the OPC has denied that allegation. Now, you can recall as well that the Oyo State Police Command initially said it had no evidence to prosecute Wakili before it later came up with the 6-count charge. I hope the police did not conduct a wishy-washy investigation that would seem like a weak evidence in court. Believe me, I know very well how cases are thrown out in court because of lack of enough evidence linking an accused person to offenses they are alleged to have committed. So, I charge the police, do your best and leave the rest for the courts to decide. That is all on this edition of The Verdict. I'll come your way again next time. Bye-bye.